Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight.
Hot chocolate. Oh, hey, man. Hey, man. Want some hot chocolate?
No.
Well, I've already made it, so
Okay.
I hope you like Winnie the Pooh with hot chocolate.
Thank you.
Yeah. The chill in the air, hot chocolate, and soon Santa will be here. Isn't Christmas time great?
Fuck Christmas.
Fuck Christmas, but Dwayne, it's a time of giving and joy. Even a crusty old housekeeper will love Christmas.
I'm a caretaker, asshole.
But Dwayne, it's even a crusty old caretaker like you has to love Christmas. It's the time of year where Santa brings all the kids the joy and presents, minus Africa, around the world. You gotta join in on the Christmas cheer.
Bah humbug, bitch.
If the fates allow.
I can see all the world.
the first round of Horror Around the World. And we got our first stop today on the Christmas edition. We are stopping at Germany. And today we're going to be reviewing these movies.
Alright, first off, we're going to review Nosferatu, the original one from 1922. After that, we're going to review a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Also, we have the 1997 movie Funny Games and a movie called Decoder. So this is going to be the first round of the tournament. So I'm really excited. Let's dive in. Alright, I got something special for us, Dwayne. I bought us some candles, and on today's episode I'm going to show you, this is Scooby-Doo Forbidden Forest. This is by a company called Goose Geek. And we're going to have this lit the whole episode.
Okay.
So hopefully it don't smell like stinky shit. Ooh, damn. Actually, funny story. I lit my hair on fire with this.
Will that one same lighter or different?
Same lighter, yeah. It looks like it's what the... Damn, this lighter just don't like me.
Do you want me to do it?
No.
You're struggling though, so.
You're definitely struggling.
Yeah, let me do it. Just let me.
Oh, Dwayne's
Or
gonna do it.
yeah, Dwayne can do it.
One of us has got to look manly, alright?
Yeah, learn how to light things on fire.
Well, I was doing there with all the steps. Flicky,
Say Dwayne. Dwayne got it.
flicky point.
I know how to light things on fire.
Alright.
Pyro mouse kid.
Well, good thing. I'll put it right next to my Christmas tree. And we're going to go ahead and dive further into this Christmas edition of the Monster Dome. Okay, so I've been hyping up this tournament. This is a tournament called Horror Around the World. And today we are in Germany. So this is how the tournament will commence. We have 12 different countries we're going to visit, one per episode. Each episode is going to get 3 different horror films. And the way they're going to, whoever country gets the highest score, it will win the tournament. The max total they can win is 60 points. That's the highest the movie. That's all 3 movies will have to get perfect 10s. So that's gonna be a hard task to get. Because I could give 30, he can get 30. So that's okay. It's for you dummies out there. And I'm really excited about this tournament. I hope we can get this done. My goal is to get this done by next October. That way we can do a Halloween episode and take a break from tournaments and shit. But I'm really excited, and let's go ahead and dive into our first German horror film review.
Spoiler warnings.
Alright, it's time for our first review of the night, the 1922 classic Nosferatu. Alright, so this is probably the most famous movie in the entire tournament. Nosferatu, the classic. And, I actually kind of liked it. I wasn't expecting going in kind of liking the film. But I did, actually. I loved the eerie and spooky imagery. For a movie in the 20s, I wasn't expecting to get such great, atmosphere and such an eerie presence. But even movies today kind of struggle doing sometimes.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really good job. And especially the scene where Nosferatu's going to Ellen's room and he only see the shadow. That was fucking badass. That was shit, that was cool. However, this movie is a retelling of Dracula. And when I mean retelling, I mean fucking 70% copy-paste cut. That fucking really retelling. There's a lot of, I can see why this movie kind of got hit with a copyright strike from Mrs. Stroker. But I had a good time. I'm glad this movie didn't get lost to time. And I had a blast with this. Okay, so this movie stars a guy named Thomas. And dude, in the very beginning of the movie, dude's overly happy, overly excited, overly joyful. He kind of reminded me of fucking WWE superstar Eugene. Dude's just fucking the very beginning of the movie running around waving and happy. But besides all this goofy shit, he still gets pussy. He has a wife named Ellen. And for some reason she likes him a lot too. And anyway, so the dude, Thomas, I think he works for a real estate agent. Is that right? He works for a real estate agent named a guy named Knock. And he sends Thomas to Transylvania to meet with his client, Count Olaf. And I was like, oh, okay, Thomas is going to be Renfield. Turns out Knock was kind of Renfield. He was Renfield the whole time. I guess Knock went there beforehand and got hypnotized or whatever Dracula does.
Kind of like what happens to Renfield in the books.
Yeah.
And other shit movies. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Thomas travels over Transylvania. He goes to a bar or a hotel for to get some beer or some rest. And he tells everybody where he's going. No, there's a werewolf. And it cuts over to some little fox.
A hyena.
There's a baby fox. Is that what they're fucking worried about? A little baby fucking thing. I was alright, cool. So yeah, my boy Thomas, he goes, alright, cool, I'll stay the night. I didn't think he was going to listen to him, but he's like, okay. And he stays the night, and he starts reading a book about vampires they just randomly had there. Yes, the next day, he gets a coach over. They don't take him so far because they have a bad feeling about what's coming up. But luckily, another coach shows up, a spooky looking motherfucker. And one thing that's kind of hard to tell in this movie is the day and night.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes they have blue tints to help you, it's nighttime. But sometimes they don't, so it's kind of,
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest complaints is the day and night system and consistency on that. Alright. Well, they get to Dracula's castle, and at this point it kind of is just like the book, we're here for a little bit. Nosferatu invites him in for some food. Thomas cuts his finger and bleeds a little bit, and Nosferatu had no chill. He didn't give a fuck. He just came over and started licking that shit up like a damn dog. And some reason, at some point while they're eating dinner, Thomas dropped a picture of his wife, and Nosferatu picks it up and says, "She has a nice neck." And he goes, "Oh, by the way, I want to move in next door." And that's pretty fucking ballsy there. He basically, hey, your wife's pretty hot, and I'm gonna be your new neighbor. I was damn, Nosferatu. So Thomas is getting some weird suspicions about Olaf. He's like, man, this guy ain't right. And he keeps reading this vampire book, and he sees dude making these coffins with all this dirt in it. I think he figures out, oh shit, this dude's a vampire. And so this part didn't make any sense. Maybe you understood this part. So Nosferatu's like, fuck it, I'm going to Germany. I got my deed signed. And he runs off. And Thomas I guess I don't know why he didn't go out the front door. Did he lock him in?
I don't remember.
Because like he's tied a bedsheet around to climb out the window. I was like, I don't remember Nosferatu locking him in. Why couldn't he just fucking leave the front door? And dumbass Thomas falls at a certain point and gets like unconscious for days and has to go to the hospital. And I was like, that big dummy. I don't know. Maybe we missed that part. Maybe Nosferatu boarded him in, but I was like, why didn't he just go out the damn front door? And so while that's happening, Nosferatu goes and boards the ship and basically, like in the Dracula book, kills everybody aboard. It arrives at Germany. And I thought it was really cool too when he gets there, he just picks up them coffins.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, dude got some guns. And I wish I would have put the blue tint on this because it looked like he's just walking mid-daylight. And then I guess he goes to his new house. And days later, Thomas wakes up in the hospital. And he's like, alright. And then he travels back to Germany. And everybody in Germany thinks there's a plague going around. Everybody's dying. They're drawing crosses on doors of, I guess, the people who are dead or infected. I guess dead because he didn't turn anybody into vampires. He just killed them. And I read somewhere that this version, he's a vampire that doesn't turn anybody into vampires. He became a vampire from like demons or something. Okay, I read that. I didn't get that from the movie. I read that somewhere else. And everybody, after a while, people they figure it out. They think it's Knock, the real estate agent who's in a mental institution eating spiders and bugs, just like in the book. And they chase him around, and dude, he's a big chubby dude. He's like jumping on houses. I was like, damn. And so that's kind of cool. And then they finally catch his ass. And I guess no one really puts two and two about Nosferatu, the creepy weird dude in that building. And Thomas finally gets back, and he sees Ellen, and they hug, and you think everything's gonna be good now. And for some reason, they don't sleep in the same room or the same bed. I don't know. And while at night, Nosferatu looks at the window, and it's like, talking that good shit. So she invites him over, and he kills her. And Dwayne, he kills her, right? And then the fucking sun comes out, and Nosferatu looks at the window. Oopsie doopsie, he's dead. What the fuck kind of ending is that? And then Thomas walks in, and Ellen's dead. He goes, "Oh, that sucks." Movie ends. And I was like, "What the fuck?" He's got to be a couple hundred years old. He didn't think, hey, sun may come up. I guess. I mean, she wasn't even that attractive. He could have waited on that bitch another couple of days. I like to. Here's how I want to explain it, Dwayne. And when he traveled to Transylvania to Germany, he wasn't aware of what time differences is, or different time zones. So he was used to Transylvania time, right? He got a clock, a watch. He's got that Transylvania time set up, but he didn't know Germany sunlight comes out earlier. That's how I'm explaining it, so it can keep the rating I gave it. Dwayne, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I know it was made in 1922, so I'm not going to dock it too much for effects or anything like that. I did notice, like you said, they put the blue tint over the camera to make it look like it was nighttime sometimes, so you can tell the difference between daylight and nighttime. Yeah, like you said, there's supposed to be like wolves out there. It was like a freaking hyena or something like that. It wasn't even anywhere near looking like a wolf. I liked it. The issue, like you said, with Knock was supposed to be the Renfield character. And I think at the end, he's just like standing on a rooftop and people are throwing rocks at him.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he falls, if he dies, or anything happens to him.
He was alive, and then when Nosferatu died, he goes, "My master is dead." And I think he died then.
Okay. There's some great, like you're talking about the atmosphere, there's some great scenes. There's a scene when the Harker character looks like in a coffin, and Count Orlok there's like a chip out of the coffin, and you can see him staring out at the Harker character.
Yeah.
And that was like really scary looking. Like you said with the coffins, That's a great scene. He's got like a coffin under his hand, walking around through the streets and stuff. He's carrying his own coffin. That was really cool. I like that scene there too. The scene at the end with the lady, somewhere there, and I'm not going to blow up your rating and stuff, there's a scene where they're like showing where she's reading a book, and in one passage it says like stop a vampire, a woman's love or something can stop a vampire, and that's where he goes there, and because he's, I guess, transfixed by her beauty, and like you said, she's not really pretty. Maybe 1920s version.
I don't know, man. They gotta have hotter chicks back then. I don't know.
But he's like gazing at her, and he forgets the time. So when he finally kills her, it's already sun up, and he looks out and sees the sun hits him, and he fades away and everything. He gets too involved looking at her beauty that he forgets about the sun coming up.
Couldn't he have like hid under the bed?
He could have gone in the closet or something.
Ah, shit, I guess I'm under the bed the rest of the day. You know, he's just like, what's this? And whoops. And, you know, he's just like such a comedic banana peel slip fucking dead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just, oh, look, oh, wait, the sun's up. Oh, I'm a vampire, I'm dead.
Yeah, like, damn, I would like, you know, Thomas would have got his ass whooped, so I guess this is the best outcome. Thomas looked like a bit of a pussy. Yeah. I mean, fucking idiot didn't go out the front door. He fell and was knocked out for days.
I think when he said about them not sharing a bed, I think in the movies back then they weren't allowed to show a man and woman in bed together.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So.
I know it was like that for TV shows until like the damn 60s.
Yeah, yeah. But overall, though, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's just a different version of the Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think Count Orlok looks very scarier than the Bela Lugosi Dracula.
What did you like better, Nosferatu or the Bela Lugosi Dracula?
Okay, so Nosferatu, the vampire looks a lot scarier.
Yeah.
Now in the Bela Lugosi ones, you know, they're speaking. You have to read it all, which I don't care. I like subtitled movies. I watch a lot of Japanese movies and stuff. But I just think the Bela Lugosi version is more faithful to the books than Nosferatu was. So I kind of like that one better, but definitely the vampire in Nosferatu was a lot scarier than Bela Lugosi.
I liked the Nosferatu better. To me, I just thought it was a better movie, I liked the story better. I don't know. Because I didn't like the Bela Lugosi Dracula movie. I don't know. I have to re-review it, rewatch it. But I know I reviewed it on my podcast, Two Guys in the Dark. Shout out. I didn't like it. I did not. I don't know. And I thought, this one's a lot better. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would have.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. So I'm gonna go with a 7. 7 seems to be like I think it's a good movie rating.
Okay.
I'll keep it a 7. I'm trying not to do too much against it, saying because of when it was made. I know the effects weren't great, but there was a lot of atmosphere in it. There were some really good shots in there. I docked it a little bit because, like I said, they had to adapt it a little bit so it wasn't like a complete rip-off of Bram Stoker's Dracula, but the book, but it's really good. I liked it. I'm giving it a 7.
Okay. Here are my pros and cons for Nosferatu. Pros: great imagery and sets. Great story, even though it's basically just a copy-paste Dracula. Nosferatu looks bad as hell. The cons: a lame-ass main character. Whoopsie-doopsie finale. Followed the book a little too closely. I'm giving Nosferatu 7 whoopsie-doopsies out of 10. It's Tasia. It's Tasia.
That's me!
The Tasia Review Show, starring Sean Dills.
This is my review of Nosferatu. I thought the movie was pretty decent. I don't really have anything negative to say about it, so I'm just going to give this movie a 6 out of 10.
All right, Dwayne. So, as a little special treat, a little Christmas treat, I'm going to show one of my classic videos on today's episode as well. These are the top 20 best TV theme songs of all time. And we're going to do 5 at a time, we're going to do 20 through 16. Okay, yeah. And let's go ahead and dive in.
Welcome to Cool Kids with Asthma's Top 20. I'm your host Amanda Cruel, and for our debut episode, we'll be featuring our top 20 TV theme songs. Sometimes a good theme song can turn a mediocre show into a classic, but with so many amazing theme songs out there, which one is the best? We searched all over from anime to classic TV shows to find the top theme songs. We gathered them all up and had everyone at Cool Kids with Asthma vote on their favorites. We're pretty happy with the results. Now before we begin the countdown, let's meet our panelists.
And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other.
Hey there, I'm Sean Deal, stand-up comedian.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I'm a janitor, and I love being a janitor.
Hi, I'm Amanda Cruel. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, but I live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hey, I'm Brian. Sean's father. You may know me from a few of the podcasts going on in this show. Today, apparently, we're doing the top 20 television theme shows of all time.
Oh, me? Who am I? I just run this shit around here. Do everything. I'm the producer, manager, director, writer. I'm like the Darth Vader of this shit. I mean, yeah, there's an emperor, but like, it's a title in name alone. But someday I'll throw him down probably a very large battery reactor shaft, or whatever you call that thing, into like a stormy, weird explosion. You guys have seen Star Wars, you get the point. I'm VJ Willingham, and this is Kids Death.
With our votes cast and our panelists ready, let's begin the countdown of the top 20 TV theme songs. Starting off with the classic, The Addams Family. The Addams Family started out as a cartoon strip in 1938 by Charles Addams. The franchise is going strong, with movies still being released to this day, but perhaps the most famous iteration came in 1964 with The Addams Family TV show. It's a hilarious family sitcom with a great cast, great set, and best of all, a great theme song.
The Addams Family, absolute classic. You know, I have every single episode on Blu-ray that they allow you to get on Blu-ray. I don't think you can get it all. It's all on there. But yeah, very catchy. It always gets stuck in my head. That's why I hate listening to it. I'm not one of those douchebags who'll just play the entire song all the way through and make you listen to it so that it's stuck in your head just so they can... That seemed very pointed, I'm sorry. But yeah, the snaps. No song. There's always got to be a good snap session in a song for it to be iconic. It's my opinion.
Okay, the Addams Family song, I really like it because I used to watch Addams Family all the time in my childhood. So it's a really good show, and so I really like it. I mean, there's no bad negative stuff about it.
The Addams Family. Watched a little bit of it, like maybe 4 or 5 episodes, but the thing is, that's all I needed to know the entire theme song of The Addams Family. Great show, better theme song.
Alright, we'll start with number 20, The Addams Family. I'm not sure I agree with that one. I do remember the song, I remember the show. The theme song's okay. I knew the words, so obviously it was catchy. I liked the movie versions a little better, I believe. But I liked the guy that played Lurch, and Rudy's dad was the star of that show. From Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I mean, if there's gonna be a 20, I guess that one's okay.
The Addams Family. No, that's a classic. I loved that show, and I was trying to be a little goth as a kid, so it was perfect for me. And those movies that came out in the 90s, wonderful. I love this song.
So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.
It's time to duel because coming in at number 19 is Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the early 2000s, Yu-Gi-Oh! Became one of the most popular kids shows, and we can definitely see why. A spiky-haired kid playing a magical card game with cool monsters, that's definitely going to get a kid's attention. But the cherry on top is the killer theme song.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually hate the show, but the theme song's pretty banging. They got some cool ass bass lines in there, and then you gotta go with your favorite time to do, which I always thought would be like the coolest thing to yell when you're having a cum shot. All right.
Now that is a neat song because it goes from orchestral to kind of hardcore rock to funk and then over to techno almost. I like that. Got a short attention span, so that's my kind of TV show theme song.
So, Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. We used to duel all the time. I used to have the Blue Eyes Dragon. Let's see. It was a fun card game. I cannot lie. And yeah, I used to duel all the time. It was really fun.
Alright, number 19. Yu-Gi-Oh! Not on my list of top 20, I can tell you that. I think Sean likes it, and apparently some other people like it, but it's not for me. I don't think it's all that catchy, and I just don't like it. So.
Oh yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Intro. That's the one right there. You know, anything that's gonna start out with something that's like, oh yeah, we're deep in the Arabian Sahara Desert. That's not Arabian. Anything with that like Egyptian banger sound to it, it's gonna be good. When I say banger, I mean like that song's a fucking banger, not like, you know. That sounded like it could be potentially racist, so I just fixed that real quick. But yeah. Also the Yamu and that fucking bass line when the song kicks in was boom.
Moving up the list, we got number 18 with Justice League Unlimited, the spin-off to the Justice League series. Justice League Unlimited was everything the original was, but better. Even the theme song, it went from orchestra to electric guitar. Turns out the electric guitar was all we needed.
Alright, number 18. Justice League Unlimited. I agreed with this one. It was in my top 20. Might have even been in my top 10. I believe it was. I like it. I like the first Justice League on there as well. I don't even believe it was on the list though, but they're both good, so I agree with this one completely.
This song is interesting because it sounds more like it would be a song that's part of anime instead of just sort of regular animation. Like I can almost see the lines flowing out behind the characters as they're running. So it's fair. It's fair.
So, the Justice League song, I'm not really familiar with it, but I am somewhat. It's actually a good song. I mean, it's just the song is very calming, so I'm down with it. There's no negativity about it.
Nothing says "Run for the Hills." The Justice League is coming. Like just the guitar, the heavy metal guitar that leads into that. Like, you know that Superman's about to take a pounding, and everybody's gonna be wondering like, why is he letting that guy hit him so much? Like, he's freaking Superman. Your jaw's made of unearthly materials. Like, this shouldn't hurt you. But yeah. Even the intro to that, like the animation that's in the background, it shows them all glowing with the shiny light behind them. It's perfect. That song is cemented in history. That series, top notch.
Justice League Unlimited. Justice League, the original Justice League, had a badass theme song. So when they go to Unlimited, they're like, how can we make it better? Electric guitar. And it worked. It just brought this amazing theme song and then turned it to a classic theme song. Justice League Unlimited, badass.
I am the stone that the builder refused.
Number 17, The Boondocks, the only Adult Swim original to make the list. The Boondocks seem to check off all the boxes in the good TV show category, and one of those boxes is the dope as fuck intro song. Performed by the rapper Asheru, this song puts you in the perfect mood for all the crazy, hilarious hijinks in the Boondocks.
Now, Boondocks. This is a great show. I love this show because it was really groundbreaking for its time. And it's interesting because I think it used to be a comic strip in the 90s, and that was back when I was reading the funny pages. But they mention Syphil and Ollie, and that's my favorite thing ever. So I gotta give this song a 10. It's a great song, too. Great show, great song.
Another one not on my top 20 list, The Boondocks, number 17. I mean, it's catchy enough. Well, it was okay, just not on my list.
There's just everything about it. It's got those meaningful lyrics. It's got the beat. It's got the trumpets. Anything with trumpets is a plus in my book. But on top of that, you know, just the show itself, it's hilarious, but it's got all those deeper meanings. It's kind of like the South Park of, you know, black people.
The Boondocks. It's probably the only show on here that I've seen an incomplete series-wise 5 times, alright? It's badass. And you know what? Sometimes when I watch a show in loops, I skip the theme song. Not the Boondocks. The Boondocks got a kicking theme song. This is how good the theme song is. The only complaint, it's not long enough.
Okay, so I was not familiar with the song, and I thought it was a couple of old rappers because it sounded like Biggie or Tupac.
You dumbass.
So I realized it wasn't, but it did sound very good, and I can tell it's olden style. So yeah, I mean it's pretty good.
The promise of what's to come, and I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, chop, chop.
Coming in at 16 is Fire Force, a fairly new anime that quickly gained a huge following. Who knew a show about firefighters could be so cool? Anyone who's heard its epic theme song, of course.
Dude, Fire Force, man. I've never seen this show, but this theme song is fucking kicking. It's made by Cell Dweller, alright? Now, these guys did another one of my favorite anime intros, and holy shit, man, they do not disappoint me. And definitely with this one, I want to check the anime out just because of this theme song.
Now this is an interesting theme song because it reminds me a lot of the rock music of the late 90s and early 2000s. And for me personally, when I hear this, I kind of think of a guy who feels kind of rejected by the world, but he still feels like he's really awesome, and he's just excited to show everybody that. But it's a decent song.
Oh, yeah, I was asleep. Hang on. Number 16, Fire Force. It's more like VJ's thing. Just screaming, loud music to me, but hey, whatever. Certainly wasn't on my top 20. Never even heard of the show before, so.
So, about Fire Force. This is the first time I'm ever hearing them, and yeah, it does sound good. I would have to get more into their songs and listen to them, but I'm not downgrading them. Or this is the first time I'm ever hearing them, so it's pretty good.
Fire Force isn't the band, it's actually Cold Rain, Zach.
You dumbass.
Asshole.
It's cooking time, cooking time, cooking time, cooking time. It's cooking time with Tasia.
That's me.
Cooking time with Tasia. Starring Sean Dills.
Okay, so today I made Gumdrop Christmas Punch. And to make this, you need lime sherbet, cherry sherbet, and lemon lime 7-Up, cherry 7-Up, whipped cream, and gumdrops.
Wow.
It's really easy to make. So, you guys want to try it?
Yeah. Oh.
Where's the sun afterward?
It's got a weird color to it.
I know, it looks kind of weird, but hopefully it tastes good.
Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Definitely good lemon lime flavor to it.
Yeah.
A little bit of cherry in there, I taste it.
It kind of does taste like a gumdrop, to me anyway. What do you think?
I don't know. I could definitely taste the sherbet. I guess so. I don't know. I've never had a whole lot of gumdrops. So it's kind of, I need to, maybe had a few gumdrops before it to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty good. How long did it take you to make this?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah. Dwayne, what do you think?
Oh, I really like it. Like I said, it's got you definitely taste the lemon lime, the cherry, and it's got a real good fruity flavor there, citrus fruits. It's really good.
I think this would be really good for a holiday party.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you guys give it?
A 6 out of 10.
A 6? That's
Well-
pretty low, Sean.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I want this on a regular.
Yeah.
It's maybe just, I don't know, it's
I
okay.
mean, it is a lot going on.
It's definitely a holiday drink.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll definitely do a 7 out of 10 on this. It's really good. Like I said, for a holiday, for a party or something, it's really good.
Yeah. It's very good.
Well, buddy boy, what have you been watching since last episode? Anything good?
I watched Last Voyage of the Dementor.
That was
Meter, maybe. I think this is what it's called, Meter.
Now that's the Dracula on the boat?
Yep. If you read the book or you know about the movies, you know there's no survivors. So it's not a spoiler, but it's a decent movie. I liked it. The vampire was really scary in it. The character development, there was some character development. I thought maybe, hey, it'd just be like, 10 guys on a boat that get killed and stuff, and you wouldn't really care about any of them. them, but it's different. You have the captain's like grandson is on the boat, so you have a kid on the boat. There's a stowaway, it's a female, and they talk about how like the I don't know what you call it, like how they used to talk about, say it would be bad luck if there's a female on the boat and stuff. They talk about that and everything. And it's really good. There's some really good effects in it. There's some really good kills. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. Give me a marshmallow. Okay, so here's one thing I watched. So on the very first episode we talked about, I'm sure that's all on my face. On the very first episode we talked about movie series we haven't watched yet. Dwayne and I watched one.
What'd you watch?
The first Evil Dead.
First Evil Dead, awesome.
So, Dwayne, I didn't like it. Okay, let me rephrase that. I liked the movie. I thought it was a little overhyped. Everybody said it's the best thing ever. No, granted, I haven't watched Evil Dead 2 yet.
Evil Dead 2 is better. Evil Dead 2 is the first one done with a better script and better effects.
Now, granted, yes, I did enjoy my time. I was like, okay, it's a good movie. Is it the greatest fucking thing ever? No, but I did enjoy it. I was like, I told Tate, I'm kind of excited for 2. We watched that one on Halloween night. I was really busy that day. I don't know if we watched anything else on Halloween night. Oh, we think we watched A Vampire in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
Yep, long time ago.
Yes. Oh man, maybe one of my favorite actors, John Witherspoon. Know him as Granddad in the Boondocks. He's in Friday. He was in this movie. He was hilarious. Of course, Eddie Murphy's in it as well. Made a great time. And what the hell? Oh well, we've been watching some Walking Dead too. So I don't know if we've seen anything else really besides the films we're reviewing today. We kind of slowed down on horror movies since Halloween, but we were going hard there in October.
Yeah, I caught up on some Stephen King ones, and it's not really hard, but I've never seen Shawshank Redemption.
Really?
Never. And I remedied that the other day, finally. I bought one of the Stephen King collections that has like The Green Mile, Shawshank, the TV show from the late 80s, and a couple others in it. And I finally watched Shawshank, and I did enjoy it.
I did. I saw it a while back. I liked it. My friend, when I was in high school, he had I can't remember what app it was. He had some movies downloaded on there. It was like 8 Disney movies and Shawshank Redemption. I was like, see, this is how I know you're gay. He goes, what do you mean? Those are all good movies. Like, you got a bunch of musicals and a movie about a guy getting raped in prison. You're gay. Anyway, did he say you watched one of Jordan Peele's movies?
I did. I watched Nope. I have not seen Nope yet.
So you haven't watched the other 2 yet?
No, not yet.
What the hell?
I bought the 3-pack.
Why you go to the third one first?
Because I've heard so much about the other ones. I've seen people who talk about it. Friends of mine have talked about it. Not called Sean Dills, professional comedian, other people.
Yeah.
And then I just I wanted to see one that I didn't know a whole lot about. It was about aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
So I watched it and I liked it a lot too. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me and Tatia saw that one in theaters in Nashville. So you liked it?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, he's a good director.
Yeah.
He also helped produce the new Candyman. He didn't direct it. That one was okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't like it as much as I like Candyman 1. And he's done some other stuff too. But those were the 3 he's directed. And I'm really excited for you to watch the other 2 as well.
Oh, I am too. I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch them too much and everything. I used to love him on Key and Peele, the TV show, where he was just talking about his girlfriend. He's like, bitch, trying to hide from her and everything, calling her names. But I do enjoy it, and I just said I watched Nope, and I was like, this is pretty good. This is good. This is good. Hey, I really like this one, so I enjoyed it a lot. I had Michael Wincott in it also, so that was one of my favorite obscure actors.
Okay. Well, let's get back to the show.
Gotcha.
Spoiler warnings. It's time for horror on the small screen. Now, this is not whatever happens here is not reflected on the Horror Around the World tournament. This is just for fun. This was actually a Made in America. This is Tales from the Crypt. Comes the Dawn. Dwayne, you picked this one out. What made you want to pick this one?
Well, we kind of talked about doing the German, and we talked about Nosferatu. So I thought we'd do one that has to do with vampires, and there's some other ones on Tales from the Crypt with vampires. But this is the one that stuck in my mind, because when you watch this one, this was made like in the early
1995.
95. And when I saw it originally, I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool concept of the vampires. And then, I'm not going to say somebody else kind of got the same concept later on and made comic books and movies of this concept, but it kind of shows it.
Yeah, and when we get to the end, you're like, oh, okay, that's who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Man, so this is actually my first time ever watching Tales from the Crypt. You know, I guess you were Tales from the Crypt, I was Goosebumps.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of like when worlds combine here. So I was really excited to jump into Tales from the Crypt. I love the intro. I love the Crypt Keeper. The episode itself was just okay.
Yeah, it's an okay episode, but like I said, the little at the ending, the climax of the show is what I wanted you to see.
Yeah. So this one, it took place in Alaska, and we're at a little shitty biker bar in Alaska, middle of a snowstorm. It's run by a snaggletooth barkeep woman. She's played by Susan Tyrrell. She's been in stuff like Crybaby, Big Top Pee-wee, From a Whisper to a Scream. She's been in episodes of Bonanza, Kojak, Wings, and I Am Weasel. Yay! And a main villain in a movie I loved so much as a kid, The Chipmunk Adventure, a Alvin and Chipmunks movie. Okay, I'm sure you're not as big of a fan, but I loved that movie as a kid. It came out in the 80s. She was like the main villain of the movie. Really cool. So I was like, damn, this woman's been in a lot of stuff. Kind of cool seeing her here. And then, she's the owner of the bar. She's the only one in there. And then two men walk in the middle of a snowstorm. One of the men is Parker. He's played by Bruce Payne. He was an Oxford Blues, Passenger 57, Highlander Endgame. And Burroughs, who's played by Michael Ironside. I know his name. I didn't really recognize him. I know my dad's probably said his name 1,000 times.
Yeah.
He's been in Minefield, Total Recall, Highlander 2, Starship Troopers, Dark Side in DC Comics shows, and recently he was in the film Nobody. So the two men come up there, they're looking to hunt some rare game. And they're asking around, and she says, my ex used to do that, but then I turned her into the cops. And like I'm about to do to you, and like an idiot. And then she calls 911, and they obviously shoot her in the fucking head. It's like, what the fuck would you write? Why would you tell on yourself if you're calling the cops? It didn't make any sense. So what do you think of these guys? You know Michael Ironside, don't you?
Yeah, I've seen him in a bunch of movies, and like I said, Starship Troopers is one of my favorites.
I seen it when I was real little.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, and I see it. I watch it every now and then because I just love it's like based off of the Heinlein book, Starship Troopers, which is not really a whole lot like the book. The book's a lot different, but the concept of like it's 1950s Koreans versus Americans and stuff, and there's so many more Koreans attacking and stuff. It just that's something I enjoyed was being in the military was the war concept of that.
Yeah, except they just replaced Koreans with bugs.
With aliens, yeah.
Yeah. So after they shoot that girl in the head, next thing you know, they're already at her ex's house. Not a whole lot of in between there. That's one thing, one of my biggest complaints is they just kind of, the pacing was not great. Now I understand this is 20 minutes, and but if you can't do it in 20 minutes, maybe make the story smaller, because it came out really messy. There's just too much going on. Turns out that the girl that they're at, and she's in her underwear, by the way, just laying in bed. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, so it turns out she was in the army with one of the guys,
the colonel.
And one of his orders got her really injured and got a lot of people killed. We didn't see that. That would have been really cool to see that in a flashback. That's how I would have started it. But then again, I'm sure they only had a certain amount of budget and they only had 20 minutes to film this. I would have tried to make something a lot smarter because I've seen really good 20-minute short stories of horror stuff. This one was just a little, they got a little too big for the britches, I thought. So this girl is played by Vivian Wu. She's been in episodes of Highlander, the TV series. This goddamn Highlander reunion episode. She was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, and that's about it. So this guy commands her to show her where rare game is. Dwayne, why did they kill Barkeep over like hunting rare animals?
They talk about it is, you're not allowed to hunt endangered species and stuff like that. And they're talking about giving her like $100 to be a guide. But then they talked about one of the parts of the animal they were going to sell on the black market was like for $64,000.
Jesus.
So give away $100 for $64,000.
Yeah. But I was like, damn, killing someone over that didn't feel like that was that big of a deal. But anyway, so she's like, I command you, soldier, to show me where this rare game is. She goes, okay. And so she takes him down to this place, an abandoned building, right? Or abandoned mine shaft.
Abandoned building or something.
Yeah. And they set up traps, and you could kind of clearly tell she's trying to play the two men against each other.
Yeah.
Putting her little, her sexual woes on them. And at one point, she's about to give some dude head. And I feel like he would have turned on her side if dude wasn't standing right across the room. Because, I was like, damn, she already got the thing zipped out. You might as well join her side. But the colonel walked in and like, we're against you. I don't know. It's very, like, this really needed more time to cook. And before you know it, he also had a bear head or something. What was it, a bear?
It looked like a bear head.
He somehow cut a bear's head off. It didn't show any of that. That would have been cool. And he goes, all right, we're on to you. So she leads them somewhere, and when they get there, there's cocoons everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then vampire children come out, and she says, I want to be one, but because of that, my injury at the Gulf War, because of the colonel, I can't become one. Why would they care? She said, what's the word? I'm tainted.
Yeah.
She said, I'm tainted.
So I can't become undead or something like that.
Why? Because she has a scar?
I don't know.
Didn't make any fucking sense. And so the other guy sacrifices the colonel to the kids, and he makes his getaway. And dumbass fell in his own trap, his own bear trap, and he runs to the car and drives all the way back to her place. Why did he go to her place?
One place he knew.
Okay. And then when he gets there, he still has the bear trap on. I was like, why didn't he take the bear trap off at the car? Anyway, he gets there, he's bleeding out, and then the Snaggletooth bar owner comes out. She's a vampire. He manages to kill her, actually. And you're like, oh, thank God. But then the Native American lady, Asian lady, that's racist. Anyway, the guy comes back, and she brings the vampire kids with him. And he goes, where's the daylight? Where's the daylight? And she goes, in Alaska, we have like, was it
2 months?
2 months without the sun. And I was like, oh, that's 30 days a night. And yeah, and the kids eat them, and that's the end of the episode. Like I said, the pacing was the worst part for me. It was just too much for such a little time. And boy, you could smell the fucking 90s in this one. 90s music, 90s feel. It felt like the X-Files a little bit. Like you could just such 90s. Alright, Dwayne, what's your thoughts on the episode?
So like I said, I saw it originally when it came out on the Tales from the Crypt TV show on HBO. I liked it, and I loved the concept at the end when she talks about, he's like, it says it's 10 a.m., where's the sun? And she's like, well, in Alaska, the sun doesn't come out for 2 months sometimes. And I thought that was a great concept with vampires hiding out in Alaska. And lo and behold, A few years later, we get 30 Days a Night comic book and TV show, which pretty much is the same concept. So, not saying, or maybe the guy saw that episode of Tales from the Crypt.
I mean, it could happen.
It could happen, or he could have done it himself.
I know at one point they had two like mall security guard movies in the same year.
Yeah.
So every shit happens.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like, oh, okay, that's just, I was the opposite. I saw 30 Days a Night way before this. So what do you say? I was like, obviously, I know,
Yeah.
about that, but and you picked this one out first. Is this one of your favorites, or?
No, I just wanted, because we talked about Nosferatu and how Nosferatu and Dracula are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I thought that this, and we could talk about vampires a little bit. We talked about vampires before. That this would show, I think, where the guy got the idea for 30 Days a Night.
Okay.
It's not one of the best episodes, but it is one that stuck in my mind because of that climax there. So I always thought it was a good one. Not the best, but it's a good one.
What's your score?
I give it at least a 6.5 because, like I said, it's got Mike Ironside. It's got a great concept to it, but like you said, it's real choppy. They go from one shot, oh hey, we're here at the club, bar, whatever. And the next shot, we're at the lady's house. Next shot, hey, we're walking into a abandoned warehouse. Next shot, we're going back to the lady's house. It's like it's in Alaska. They don't show any kind of Alaska outdoors. It's all inside shots, so it's pretty much just like just on a screen. I mean, like in a little warehouse, probably being made for that. But they no stock footage of Alaska or outside in the cold or winter. Could have given you a little more concept and a little more feel about it. Like, hey, it's a blizzard outside. They just say, hey, there's a blizzard outside. You don't see any kind of snow.
They may have been out there a little bit when I was going in the building,
Maybe.
but it wasn't a lot. All right, here are my pros and cons for Tales from the Crypt Comes the Dawn. I love the Crypt Keeper segments. The acting was fairly good. Nice 90s charm. My cons? A bit too much going on for 20 minutes with jump cuts. Didn't have time for any character development. I'm giving Tales from the Crypt Comes the Dawn 6 out of 10.
Tales from the Crypt.
It's Tasia. It's Tasia.
That's me.
The Tasia Review Show, starring Sean Dills.
This is my review of Tales of the Crypt episode Come the Dawn. I kind of liked this episode. I didn't hate it, but also didn't love it either. So I'm just going to give it a 5 out of 10.
Alright, so we had a little more fun. Now let's jump back into my classic video, Top 20 TV Theme Songs. Now this is 15 through 11. I'm bad at math. 15 through 11. Let's check those out.
Did you really think Dragon Ball Z Rock the Dragon theme wasn't going to make this list? Some may be shocked that it's at the number 15 spot, but it is a theme well deserved to be in the top 20 theme songs.
Alright, number 15. Well, this one's interesting because I like the show Dragon Ball Z, and the theme song I liked okay, but it was just a partial bit of the theme song, apparently, like they do with a lot of them. They just take certain cuts of the song and put in the show, which I seem to remember liking, but when I listened to the whole song, I was like, probably best they just used certain parts of it, because I didn't care for the whole song. The show's good, though.
Good old Dragon Ball Z. Everybody loves it. I remember as a kid, that was an absolute banger. But, like, listening to it at this day and age, I don't think it holds up as well. I don't think it should have made it that high on the list. But, it's a collective list. So, Who am I to judge? One thing I will say about the Dragon Bop intro is that it's not even my favorite Dragon Ball Z intro. And yeah, it's still made it on this list, but whatever.
Any 90s kid would have kicked our asses for making a top 20 theme songs, not including this one. Rock the Dragon? Fuck yeah. This song is just fucking banging, like it gets my dick a little hard every time. Fucking got the balls, my ball hair sticking up every time I listen to it. It's just fucking, it's a fucking guitar though, that guitar though. But the only thing I don't like about it is every now and then, it sounds like he's saying there's a cock in me. Like, dragon, 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 dragon. There's a cock in me. I don't know. We have to go back and listen to that. But I'm pretty sure he does say a couple of times that he has a dick in his ass.
Dragon Ball Z, Rock the Dragon. I'll tell you, that song does rock. I never really watched much Dragon Ball. It was a little bit after my time. I could have watched it, but I thought it was too cool and too mature for that. But the song rocks.
So Dragon Ball Z, I mean, that's another good one. I mean, another childhood memory. I used to play it on video games all the time. I mean, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta. I mean, really good characters. So whoever picked it, I give him props, and I really like it.
How many times is he going to say something is good?
It's a good kids show.
1.
It's a good theme song.
2.
It's good. It's a good theme song.
3, 4.
It's a good theme song.
5.
A good show, and the theme song is pretty good.
6, 7.
I mean, it's a good show.
8.
It's actually a good song.
9.
I mean, it was a good show. Yeah, she's a good character. It was all a good show. I said it was a good show.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, it does sound good.
14.
It's pretty good.
15.
It's a really good theme song.
16.
It was a good cartoon.
17.
Really good.
18.
Good theme song.
19.
It was all good.
20.
I mean, that's another good one.
21.
Really good characters.
22.
But it did sound very good.
23.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good.
24.
It's a pretty good theme song.
25.
It's good.
26.
He's a good character.
27.
It's a good theme song.
28.
It was a good show, and it's a good theme song.
29. 30.
It's a really good show.
31.
What an asshole.
You dumbass, 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 dumbass.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
If you don't feel happy when this theme song comes on, you must be a monster. At number 14, it's Golden Girls. The song was actually a cover of Andrew Gold's original version, and in our opinion, the Golden Girl version takes the cake.
So, the Golden Girls. I watched that a lot. I mean, it was a good show, and I think her name was Dorothy. And I mean, yeah, she's a good character. I mean, it was all a good show. I mean, no complaints. Like I said, it was a good show.
Who knew a show about a bunch of old ladies trying to get laid would be one of my favorite shows of all time? But Golden Girls, fuck yeah. And it's funny as fuck. Theme song. That's why it's going to be playing at my funeral. And plus, about a show about people trying to get laid, I'm all in.
Golden Girls. Now this is something special. It's not a show that I watched a lot when I was younger, but it's a show that I had to watch because it was on in all the waiting rooms and the houses and places that my mom took me. So saw it a lot. But that theme song, it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel good. I would never listen to it as music, but as a piece of TV theme song history, I think it's great.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Yeah, Golden Girls is an absolute banger. I still like watching that show. When me and my best bud, you don't know him, Sean Deals hang out. We watch that show together sometimes. It's a good show. Good show. I don't think that song will ever not hold up though. Like, who doesn't hear that theme song and say, I gotta start singing immediately? The only thing that I think would be better than the Golden Girls theme song and lyrics and all that together is if Sanford and Son had like lyrics too. That's it. The only thing that could possibly touch it.
Alright, up to number 14. The Golden Girls theme song. I liked it. I hadn't saw the Golden Girls in a while, but I remember when I listened to the song, I remembered every damn word, so you can't go wrong with that. It's a good show. It's a funny show. So, yeah, I agree. Top 20. Number 14.
I'm gonna see a friend of mine. He's round and he's fuzzy. I love him because he's just Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear.
Have you forgot about this gem at number 13? It's The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Although the show lasted 3 years, they kept airing reruns for almost 2 decades. It had beautiful animation, great writing, and a heart-melting opening theme song.
You know, it is really catchy, and honestly, I don't know if it was top 20 material for me, but it was. I did enjoy it. I definitely do enjoy it too. For some reason, though, it makes me want to get like a red T-shirt, nothing else, and just run around my house and other places. Probably not public parks, because that would be a situation. But you know. Climb some trees, eat some honey, try not to get arrested.
Number 13, not on my list. I've never seen The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, ever. I remember the movie. The movie was cute. Never heard of this show. I'm assuming they made some of them, so, and, you know. When I first heard the song, I thought it was a damn commercial for Double Mint Gum, so, but, you know, hey. Whatever, some people like it, I guess.
So Winnie the Pooh. I mean, me and my sister, we used to watch that all the time when we was little. It's a good kids show. But right now, I'm not, no, that's a no. I mean, I might watch with my kids because they're around, but not by myself.
Winnie the Pooh. I like Winnie the Pooh because I also like honey and not wearing pants. This is a great song. It makes me feel carefree, and now I want some honey. I like it.
You see, when I was 4, I would go over to my Nana Kay's house, and we'd have VHS tapes for me to watch. They had a VHS tape, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And it is the most beautiful song I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie, I almost cry every time I listen to that song. It's beautiful. And turn the camera off.
Oh shit, we're actually talking about theme songs? Damn! You dumbass!
years I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth.
Alpha, we just escaped. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
Love it or hate it, Power Rangers has a kick-ass theme song. Yeah, it's silly, the writing is questionable, but when the theme song starts, everyone knows. It's morphin' time.
Now, Power Ranger, this is a song that I remember a lot from my childhood. I never was someone to wear a Halloween costume of a Power Ranger, but all of my friends did. This song is definitely a blast from the past for me.
So Power Rangers. It was big when I was growing up. I mean, it's a good show. It was alright. It was like in the top 10 of my watch shows. It was okay.
So, I'm not a huge fanboy of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I didn't get into Power Rangers until I was well into my 20s. But cannot lie, I cannot deny that theme song pretty fucking banging. Would I put it this high up? Maybe not. But you know what? I can't hate it. And hell yeah, whenever they're fighting with that theme song, fuck yeah, I want to fight too. Where you at, Rita? Fucking bitch.
Power Rangers. Number 12. Power Rangers. Hate that show so bad. I did not like it when it came out. Still don't like it. Some people do. It's a VJ thing, I guess. And I'm sure plenty of other people, or it wouldn't have lasted this long. But, no, I cannot stand it. Now, here's what I remember about Power Rangers. Didn't like the show, didn't like the theme song, and had to get remember one year the Green Power Ranger was the hard one to find, the little toy, the little figure. It wasn't for me, it was for Glenn, this little kid that was like David's, I don't know, his wife's kid or something. And he had to have the Green Power Ranger. We went to Toys R Us and found it, and some motherfucker stole it out of our buggy. That's what I remember about Power Rangers, besides not liking it.
That is my entire childhood to the moment I turned probably 50, because I'm still a child right now, collecting Power Rangers. I absolutely love Power Rangers. And that theme song, even if you don't like Power Rangers, how do you not like that theme song? It's just straight banger. 100%. I will admit that the Zeo Rangers theme song was just a little bit better. Because, I mean, it literally even goes a mile above and says stronger than before. That's all I'm saying. You know, it points out that they're more powerful. Anyway, point is, my Morphin Power Rangers theme song, childhood, adult life, doesn't matter. It's a fucking banger. You can't beat it. Except for the 12 songs in front of it. There's 11 songs in front of it. Yeah, but my Morphin Power Rangers is where it's at.
Fuck the Power Rangers.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Is coming in at number 11. Probably one of the biggest shocks is how low the song made in the top 20. You can't have a best theme song list without talking about our favorite Great Danes debut show. The only Hanna-Barbera show to make the top 20, but it's definitely the best one.
Now, Scooby-Doo, that's not a show that I watched a lot, but I definitely have heard that theme song so many times, and it's one that gets stuck in my head. And it's not the worst song to get stuck in your head, you know?
Okay, Scooby-Doo's theme song. It's a good theme song. I mean, it brings back childhood memories. I really like it. No problems with it. So.
Number 11, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The original Scooby-Doo from the 60s. Why not? I mean, I remembered the words. I remember watching the show in reruns, so I'm not that old. Yeah, why not? I mean, it was a decent little show. It was cute. It was funny. You know, Nothing bad to say about it, really. Fuck Scooby-Doo. No.
I am absolutely appalled that didn't even reach the top 10. Like, how do you not put Scooby-Doo, Where Are You in the top 10? Every second of that song is just a vibe. Every note hit in that song is a vibe. It's just... It puts you in a whole nother world, in a whole nother mood. It makes you feel good. It's happiness. That's what that cartoon is. It's happiness. How does that not hit the top 10? How does that not hit the top 5? What is wrong with you?
Scooby-Doo, where are you? The greatest Hanna-Barbera cartoon of all time, which is saying a lot. It's the best theme song of Hanna-Barbera, which is saying a lot. It is probably the best Scooby-Doo TV show out there, which is saying a lot. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Amazing theme song. We gotta add more to this. We need to sing its praises. We need to. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Show 'em a watch till I die. I got my car decked out to Scooby-Doo, and it could all be thanks to that theme song. Alright, Dwayne, before we dive into some more reviews, I actually got us a gift for the show.
Okay.
Now, today's a little cold for these kind of drinks, but on a normal episode when it gets the heat up, I got us something nice to drink or drinks with. And I got one for each of us. They're very different. Alright, now this one's mine. Shush, Paul. This one's mine. I got me, look at this, Creature from the Black Lagoon Cup. I thought this one was badass. I thought it was awesome. This would be my little cup I'll be drinking from. I think it looks great. Yeah. And Dwayne, I got you the Wolfman.
Oh, awesome, Wolfman.
I know you're a bigger werewolf guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I gotta get Dwayne the Wolfman cup.
That's awesome. I appreciate it, John.
Yeah, it's a little cold to be drinking them today. But when it heats up, we'll drink out of these bad boys today. We're gonna stick to our hot cocoa.
Hey, looks like it's time for another episode of Trick or Treat. So what we got here today. And we've got Snoop cereal. We've also got Kellogg's Pumpkin Spice Frosted Flakes. And we've got the Halloween Crunch Captain Crunch.
First up, we have Snoop cereal. I saw this at work. I was like, might as well. And this is fucking Fruit Loops. Just like slap Snoop Dogg's name on it. I've been actually kind of excited to try this out. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Let's see if Snoop Dogg has a name of the game, the cereal thing. I want to see, like. Fruit Loops smell great.
Smells just like
Fruit Loops. It's like Nosferatu, they just copy and paste over the fucking actual wording. Alright, let's try this out.
It's literally Fruit Loops.
Is it as flavorful as Fruit Loops? I think it's lacking a little bit.
It's about as good.
That was good for you guys? They did add marshmallows. I can't give it a trick because it ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's hard to give it a trick though because it's like y'all just slap your name on the box.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Treat.
Alright, so Tadia,
I gave it a treat.
that's triple treats around. And let's jump to the next cereal. So the Snoop cereal, I know there's two other flavors. There's Frosted Drizzlies and Snoop cereal Cinnamon Toasties. You know he meant Toasties Nuts. Alright, so also there's a wrap on the side. It's called your Daily Flow. You guys ready? Yo. I'm the stronger... Oh, I'm bad at rapping. I am stronger than the strongest, and game for every play. Winning just comes naturally. You know what they say. I am destined for greatness, never to be thrown. I will take on all the ups and downs. My future is my own.
Yeah. Okay, so today we have Frosted Flakes Pumpkin Spice. I've been waiting 3 months to try this,
Yeah.
so I'm really excited to get into this.
Now, Dwayne, I hate to break it to you. She talking about breaking it open early before you got here.
I've been eyeballing this like every day.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, no, we gotta wait for the show.
Alright, let's see if it was worth the wait. Oh, that smell.
Yeah, it smells good.
Oh, it smells so good.
That is crazy how that smells so much like pumpkin spice. I ain't mad at it. Not bad.
That's so good.
So this was really good. I don't know. I thought the pumpkin spice was just the right amount of mix. I'm definitely giving this a treat.
Somehow. Treat.
Definitely a treat. Alright, now we're going to try the Halloween Crunch, Captain Crunch. And it says a ghost turned the milk green, so we're going to try that out.
I stirred mine up. My milk did turn green.
Oh, mine's green now.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
This tastes like the Captain Crunch berries, which I'm not a big fan of. I like regular Captain Crunch.
That one's probably my favorite.
This one?
The berries.
Oh, that's straight Captain Crunch. I like that look. Dwayne?
Well, I liked it. I like it better than the basic Captain Crunch because it had the berry flavors. But my milk did not turn green.
Are you disappointed? But you know, be pissed about it.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Everybody else turned green. I didn't, but it's okay.
But I don't know. Am I the only one who likes regular Captain Crunch better?
I mean, it's not bad, but I prefer the berries.
Nothing special here. I do just like the Halloween box, but besides that, not a whole lot special here.
It's not bad though. I give it a treat.
Me too. Treat.
I'm right on the fence because I guess a treat. It ain't too bad.
Turn that milk green.
Oh,
That's a plus.
Yeah, I mean, I do like that.
Ridiculous.
Green.
We'll put it over the top for the treat.
yeah, alright, it gets a treat, but barely. Alright, before we end Trick or Treat, everybody, let's rank the 3 cereals and what everybody like from, I guess, what your rankings are. Kezia?
Okay, so first, I'm going to do the pumpkin.
Number 1?
Number 1. And then the Captain Crunch. And then the Snoop cereal.
Okay.
I like the Snoop cereal.
Number
The
1?
best, number 1.
It is Fruit Loops. Basically Fruit Loops.
I liked it a lot. Frosted Flakes Pumpkin, I like the second best. And I'm not a big Captain Crunch fan, but like I said, this one wasn't bad at all. So I give the Halloween Captain Crunch third best.
Alright, for me, I was coming in thinking this one was going to get last place, but number 1, Frosted Flakes Pumpkin Spice at number 1. Yeah. And number 2, I'm going to have to give it to Snoop cereal. You may have copied Fruit Loops like to the T, but let's get my number 2 spot. And Halloween Crunch Berry for me. I guess this Halloween Crunch is getting my 3rd spot.
Okay.
Spoiler warnings.
Our next film we're going to review is 1984 German film Decoder.
Sleazy city films, breathing so heavy next to my neighbor. Let's get acquainted, getting to know you, feeling sleepy.
Und was soll ich dabei machen?
Oh, nichts Besonderes. Das, was Sie früher schon für unsere Freunde gemacht haben. Merken Sie sich das Gesicht.
Warum?
Ich will es nie wieder sehen. Verstehen Sie?
Und wenn ich es sympathisch finde?
Pass auf, in dem Ding haben Sie alles unter Kontrolle.
Ich weiß, da haben die alles in der Hand.
Verstehst du, was das heißt?
Ja, natürlich.
Wie soll das heißen, dass dir völlig egal oder was?
Sag mal, merkst du eigentlich ja nicht, dass das alles uralt ist? Was glaubst du eigentlich, wie lange solche Musik schon auf diese Weise eingesetzt wird?
So first off, I want to say I'm sorry, Germany. This is my bad. This is my bad for picking this movie. I feel bad for Germany because I was like, oh man, Germany might have a good chance of winning the whole thing. And then Decoder happened. I feel horrible. I was on a site of German horror films that were great, because my goal was I like to pick a popular foreign film, a classic foreign film, and like a random. And this was supposed to be my random pick of the episode. I saw it on the site. It was called Decoder, and it had like the box art had a guy covered in blood. It's like, this looks really fucking cool. So I picked it out, and oh shit, I was a little disappointed. And Germany, I hope you're not mad at me for picking this one. So the film starts off with a business guy walking through a office building. This goes on for what, 10 fucking minutes?
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck would you waste all this time on a dude just walking? So it turns out this business dude is like, is he like controlling the media?
Something like that. It's horrible.
It's never really like maybe explained well. And then it's like showing images of TVs, and it's like some dude getting his wiener bit off by a severed burnt head. Just dumb shit. And like the way they had flashes of like violence. It's like Natural Born Killers. Now I know this came out first, so you can't say it's copying Natural Born Killers, but Natural Born Killers did something similar, except the only difference is Natural Born Killers is a good movie. This was not. This was just poo poo, poo poo, poo poo, poo poo. There's just random nonsense throughout the whole movie. You got a guy who works at a burger store.
Yeah.
And he loves audio, and he's dating a girl obsessed with frogs. And at one point, she's like, fucking got like a frog gangbang on her bed. I don't know what the fuck that was about. The guy she loves at one point was torturing a fucking frog and then recording it, you know, so he can keep the evidence. I don't know, Dwayne. This movie was just a fucking mess of dumb shit. I don't even really want to go a whole in-depth episode of this dumb shit. Oof, let me catch my breath. So I think the main character's guy, his name's like FM. And at one point he's sitting at a table just eating like 6 sausages. I don't know. It's just a random scene, them eating breakfast. Whew. This movie's a fucking mess, Dwayne. And like, I guess he's using audio, and he plays audio to cause riots. Is that right?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. It just looks like it's one of those artsy films of them trying to like make a point, which no one else knows what the fucking point is. God damn, this movie pissed me off. I feel so bad for Germany. I am so sorry I picked this movie. If I ever find out who wrote that article, we might need to go punch him in the mouth.
Be like Bill and Ted or James and Bob fighting back, go to people's houses and beating them up for what they said on the internet.
Yeah. Dwayne, I can excuse a movie for being, a bad movie. As long as it's fun, I can excuse some of that. We can shed some of that off. The Cyst wasn't an Oscar winner by any. Would never come close to touching the Oscars. No. They won't even be allowed to valet at the Oscars. However, the movie was fun, which got it a 7 score from me. This movie did not have fun. There was no fun in this movie whatsoever, nor was it a good movie. The guy who's like, I guess the main villain, the guy in the office building, at one point randomly leaves the office and gets hit by a van, and hip hip hooray, and that's how the movie ends. Just a fucking shit show. Do not watch this movie. Dwayne, what's your thoughts?
So, yeah, I started watching it, and
how much did you hate me while watching this movie?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
There's a lot of hatred. Hatred. There's not enough words to express the amount of hatred I felt for this movie. It's all over the place. Like Sean said, there's like 10 minutes of a guy walking through the office building just saying hi to people, just waving at people. People getting out of his way because I guess he's some bigwig. There's a scene where a lady says, "I'm training my frogs to be assassins," and then she's like laying in a bathtub with frogs, and like you said, there's frogs over her house. There's a scene where a guy is like squeezing a frog, and it's crying or making a noise. I guess he's recording that noise. That's part of the noise they're using to make the riots.
The same guy she loves. She loves frogs, and she loves a guy who tortures frogs.
There's like a scene where it's like 20 minutes of like how to work in a burger place. There's no, like you said, if they were trying to tell a story, there's no story. There's riots going on, and there's all this generic scenes of stuff going on. There's a scene where it's like a kid is playing a video game, then it shows like stock footage of fighter jets. Then there's a scene where the kid's playing as a tank, and it shows like scenes of tanks from the 80s German army. It's like you said with Natural Born Killers, they're telling a story and they add the stock footage in to like enhance the story. None of that stuff had anything to do with the story. This is a horrible movie. People spent time working on this, and I don't know what they were thinking. This is not a good movie at all. And I even texted you and said, "Did you watch Decoder yet?" And you're like, "No." I said, "Good God, I'm not even going to say a word to you till you watch this, because this thing is horrible."
Oh, you know what's funny? I had the highest hopes for this one.
Oh no! Oh Jesus!
I was like, this is gonna be the golden goose here, and oh my God!
I was laid an egg though. It wasn't golden.
Jesus. Dwayne, what's your score here?
So, I'm gonna give it a 1.
Oh.
Because somebody actually spent time to make this movie, even though it's horrible. There's no linear. I mean, I can go like with a movie that doesn't go like that jumps around in time a little bit. It doesn't go linear, like how like Pulp Fiction doesn't go from front to end. It goes from the end to the beginning to the middle and stuff like that. I get it, but this movie has no story flow at all. It's horrible, horrible.
All right, here are my pros and cons for Decoder. Decoder. Pros. Cons. Fucking sucks. Boring. No entertainment value. Random piece of dog shit. I give Decoder 1. I'm so sorry, Germany. This one's on me. Out of 10. I'll get you on the next one, Germany. I swear to God, next tournament, I'll pick 3 fucking home runs for you. I promise. It's Tasia. It's Tasia.
That's me.
The Tasia Review Show, starring Sean Dills.
This is my review of Decoder. I honestly have nothing to say about this movie. It was just horrible. I don't even think I finished the movie, so I'm going to give this movie a 1 out of 10.
It's time for another edition of Horror Collectibles. Was that what I named it?
I don't know.
What's the... Alright, so this is where I show off. We got all these cool shit in the background. And it's about time we actually talk about some of this cool stuff. Last week, Dwayne brought a Victor Crowley toy. This week, I got this really cool Pennywise. Now, this is the Pennywise from the classic TV, made-for-TV movie. The Tim Curry Pennywise. My girlfriend Tasia got me this one just the other day. The fucking mail people kind of destroyed it. I think what happened was they left it on the ground when they delivered it, and their neighbor dog just like was playing with it like a damn stick. So the box is fucked to shit, but it is still really cool. This is from Super 7, the toy company, and it's just really cool. It's like a little classic series, like an old school toy look to it. And I really like it. Thank you, Tasia, for getting that for the Monster Dome. It's now time for everybody's favorite segment, Horror Talk. Horror. Horror Talk. Alright. We got 2 topics as usual. First up, let's talk about aliens. Alright, so me and Dwayne are going to talk about 3 movies apiece of maybe our favorite movies that aliens are kind of like the main subject of the film. Dwayne, what you got?
Okay, so I'll go with Aliens, Xenomorphs. I like the Alien movies. I've seen them a lot. I saw the first one as a kid. The second one, which I still think is the best one, I saw in theaters. And I loved it. I loved the movie. I loved the concept. I mean, you have like the extra mouth in it that bites people. They got a hard carapace. They got acid blood. They run fast, crawl, hide in the shadows. I mean, they're like really good killing machines. So I like the concept of them, and I think they were great. The second one I got, of course, is Predator. Mostly because of the first movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's a great movie. And the same thing with it. It's a hunter on a different world. It's hunting different species. It's got like the little shoulder-mounted cannon thing. It's got the claws.
Turns invisible.
I mean, it's really good. And even that Predator's moving around another world, hunting the humans and stuff. That was a really good one too. I enjoyed it a lot. My third favorite alien type movie, I'll say, is Species. And if you've seen that movie, I'm not going to say anything more about it.
Okay, good list. I think mine's a little better. I thought about say Star Wars, but that's a little too easy. So, alright, my first one is the obvious one. The Thing. Oh my god, that movie's... I think it blows all 3 years out the water. The Thing is amazing. It is... I don't know, it's really close. That and Halloween are my 2 favorite John Carpenter films. The thing is a masterpiece. Next up is Signs. What's his name?
Shyamalan.
Yeah, Midnight Shyamalan, whatever. He don't have many good movies, but this one is great. I love how the aliens are like Bruce in Jaws, the shark. You don't see it a lot. Same with the aliens here. You don't really see the aliens a whole lot, and it made it a whole lot scarier for me. The holy shit, is it out there? I love that. Just that take on it. I don't know, wow. It's always one of my favorite alien movies. And my third pick with aliens is the center of the film. They are the villains. Space Jam. Space Jam. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck are playing a team of aliens for the game of basketball with Michael Jordan. Space Jam. Oh my god, I'm a 90s kid, so of course I gotta go Space Jam. It's by law, I'm a 90s kid, so you gotta say it, so I don't wanna go to jail. And that is our favorite alien movies on Horror Talk. Alright, subject 2. Dwayne, on the last episode, we talked about what made a good hero, like Survivor, I guess hero, what's the word I'm thinking of? Survivor, protagonist. Yes. And this week we're doing the opposite. What makes a good horror villain? Dwayne?
So it's the same thing. They've got to have a good character.
Yeah.
They've got to. And because they're like the major bad guy. Like sometimes the protagonist, there's a couple of good guys, and the bad guy goes after them. They're the main focus of the bad guys. So they've got to have some kind of charisma also. You've got to kind of like them a little bit. If it's a bad guy and you don't like him, do you really care? No, but they have to have some kind of charisma. So the first person I'm thinking about is like Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
Lots of charisma, bad guy. He's in prison and he's still pulling strings on people getting killed.
Well, I don't necessarily, they don't have the great charisma, because, Jason Voorhees, now you can say his mannerisms, his charisma, and King Hodder really, I thought, brought that home when he got to take the role of Jason. I don't know, for me, like a good horror character is, I don't know, there's someone you sometimes, like, someone you actually root for them over the hero, and that happens a lot too, especially if the horror heroes are written as weak. You want the killer to kill them all, So sometimes if like you can be torn, like I don't care who wins, this is awesome, Of course, Jason and Freddy being the best, and Michael being like the top 3 of the slashers. They're also obviously the most iconic. So we kind of have like an easy answer, but those guys are classic, and you root for them. After a while, you always root for them. I have a hard time rooting for the ones that are like, I don't know, like more like what's the word I'm looking for?
Lesser known?
Not lesser known. Like, okay, let me give an example, because obviously my words aren't coming up. But like, I had a hard time liking House of a Thousand Corpses. They were just like, I don't know, just fucking, what's the word? They were just evil for no good reason, Jason had a backstory, they let him down, he drowned, they cut his mother's head off, he's got a lot of trauma. These guys are just like asshole rednecks,
charisma.
They did have charisma, but like I didn't really like them until the third fucking movie.
See, I was gonna say the same thing. They were really kind of weird in House of a Thousand Corpses. I started liking them in Devil's Rejects because you got to see a little more about their personalities, them just having conversations as opposed to trying to like scare people. Them just talking to each other, and you get more of a feel for the people, the characters and stuff. So that's when I started liking them. Was the second one.
Every time I started to like them in Devil's Rejects, then you had the whole hotel scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, that's right, I don't like these guys. I guess I kind of liked them better in 3 because they weren't as bad in 3. They're still bad.
Yeah, they're like anti-heroes in 3.
Yeah. So I don't know. That example of one of like bad guys I don't really like, especially since they never really got their comeuppance. It just it was really hard for me. Why did Captain Spaulding get lethal injection, but the other two didn't? Okay, anyway.
In real life, Sid Haig passed away. He was very sick, so they gave it. So they had to try to make the movie with him being sick, so they made it where they gave him the lethal injection. But like you're saying, if it was continuity-wise, why would they give it to him and not the others?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
All right, anyway, that's been Horror Talk. Shit. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Martha, yeah, my ass is there. Where am I? Dwayne's here. You roofied me, didn't you?
Shut up.
Okay. Oh, where are we, Dwayne?
I'm not sure.
Oh, shit. Okay, we know we're at least somewhere safe.
Okay.
Gotta give you some butthead poetry.
There's alcohol. That's good.
We're in good space. Safe space. Okay. Oh, fuck. Dwayne, maybe someone else roofied us, Dwayne.
I think so.
Maybe someone sinister, but not too sinister because they gave us some bad head. I don't know how the fuck I didn't notice that.
I crawled out of the floor.
Oh, well, I guess I did too.
I have a layer under my layer.
Okay, and roofies, I guess. All right, so hey everybody, I'm stand-up comedian Sean Dills with Dwayne the Caretaker, and who roofied us today?
Bonnie from One Drink, 3 Bars.
Oh, good. Now we have this on camera, so when we go to court, we have evidence. All right, so One Drink, 3 Bars. What's that?
So this is a YouTube channel where I make drinks at home. Sometimes I go out to 3 different places and get the same drink and see how they're different, how they kind of compare. But usually I just like having my friends over and getting them trashed.
An invite would have worked, but I guess this is a good plan B.
Well, since I've got guests and I'm not that much of a witch, of course I'm going to offer them something to drink.
All right, this kind of worked out for us, didn't it?
Yeah, so the first one I'm going to make is a Cosmopolitan. So it has 1.5 ounces of vodka in it. And 3/4 ounce of orange liqueur. And this secret, witch potion and this mysterious looking thing. It's actually just cranberry juice. Do 3/4 ounce of that.
We know the secret now.
It's actually like cranberry raspberry juice, I think. And then here's another top secret one, lime juice. 3/4 ounce. And then this is just sugar water, simple syrup. I'll do just shy of 1/2 ounce maybe. I'm gonna double strain this. I don't even want an ice chip on the top of this drink because
the special effect we're gonna do should come out better if there's no like pulp from the juice, no like ice chips or anything like that. So this is my super top secret witch flavor blaster gun. There's a good one.
It's magic. Yeah, that's what Harry Potter says too when he does his little spell.
So now we have to decide if we want to see how long before it pops on its own, or if anyone wants to do the honor of popping it and drinking it.
Dwayne, you want to do it? Or you
No, I'm good. You go ahead.
Okay, my clumsy ass. Where's Tasia when you need her?
Oh yeah, she would really like this one.
Shit.
Oh, and that's another thing. You have to like, you really have to like overfill the drink for the bubble to like work right, or it starts hitting the glass and popping.
Or my big ass nose. It's actually really good. I don't really like alcohol, but this one's pretty good.
See, that's what gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like I have certain things when I know you're coming, I'm like, oh, he doesn't like a super like boozy tasting drink, so I kind of have in my head like, oh, I know like what to make for him.
Like a fruity tasting drink.
Yeah.
Or sugary.
All right. I like vodka. Oh, that's strong. Okay. Oh man, so I actually really good. And you say your channel, 1 drink, 3 bars.
Yep, and I have a full video on this. When I first got it, I played with this, and I also showed some of the other things I have to smoke drinks. Like this one is better for like fruit flavors. Like I have all these like flavors like ginger, mixed berry, bubble gum. And like you can change out the cartridge depending on like what flavor you want. I've even got like a coffee one for like espresso martinis and stuff, but I've only got 2 of the cartridges, and I really need to get a set so I have one for like each flavor, because it's kind of hard to like change flavors once you've like loaded one up with it.
Well.
And they have like one of these that like restaurants and stuff use that's like probably more reliable than this one. This is just kind of a toy for people playing around at home.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the drink, Bonnie. Me and Dwayne, we have some movies to review at Monster Dome, or Monster Dome Studios. So, but next time, send us an invite, and we don't want to do the whole dragon thing, but we'll come over and we'll check out what other drinks you got for us next time.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming by.
All right, I'll see you around.
Do you guys want to disappear the same way you appeared?
No, he's been on his knees enough today.
Okay.
Oh!
Nice.
Even got the cameraman to laugh on that one.
Okay, we're a little further in video, so let's go ahead and check out part 3 of Top 20 TV Theme Songs. Now it's time for 10 through 6.
Halfway through the list, and our mid-spot goes to the One Punch Man theme song. Even though most of the song is in Japanese, you can understand 2 words, one punch, and that's all we need to know. This song is epic and earned its way onto the list.
One Punch! Actually, never seen One Punch Man. I'm actually about to start watching it very shortly. However, as of today, I haven't seen it. But that kick-ass theme song, hell yeah, why wouldn't I want to watch it? Damn, that thing is banging. Fun fact, One Punch Man. This song was one of the last songs to get added to the voting pool of TV theme songs. It was like second to last. Still came up to number 10. That's saying some shit right there.
Number 10. One Punch Man, where the fuck that is. Horrible theme song. I remember why I didn't pick it. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to say about it. I never watched it. Didn't like the theme song. It was more screaming, more DJ sing.
One Punch Man. Now, that's an interesting song. That sounds like a song that is going to be a show that's got a lot of action, and maybe a lot of action that I wouldn't be interested in watching. It's a well-made song. I can't understand what they're saying, but it's okay.
So One Punch Man theme song. I don't really know nothing about it, but it sounds really okay. It sounds interesting, put it that way. I would have to listen to it more and more to just try to get into it.
Okay, so I know I said I'm called the Scooby-Doo Disney Top 10, but if I had to choose between the two songs, I'm ashamed of myself now, because that One Punch is a banger all the way through and through. Love it 100%. And that's not just the beers talking. One Punch all the way. I love that song. If it doesn't get you pumped, it's like Power Rangers, you know what I mean? It just gets you pumped. It's I don't know. Makes you feel like a hero. Gives you power. Gotta love that song. Now I'm wondering what the last 9 on it.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo! Tales of daring, do bad, and good luck tales, woo!
It's the second Disney song to make the list at number 9, DuckTales, woo! The classic Disney television blocks of DuckTales, Tailspin, Rescue Rangers all had epic theme songs, all of which we could see making the countdown, but only one made the list, being Uncle Scrooge and his nephew's adventures in DuckTales. Woo!
I bet I know which idiot picked this as their top 5. Just kidding, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this song. I do love DuckTales. Everybody loves DuckTales. They don't like DuckTales. Oh, I feel like I'm supposed to say that after every time I say DuckTales. Ooh. So from now on, I probably should stop saying DuckTales. Ooh. We're just gonna keep going.
So DuckTales theme song, I don't really know nothing at all about it. I mean, it sounds like to me it's more of a kid song, a kid theme song, but I'm not really sure, so I don't know it.
DuckTales. Now that's a classic that I watched several times during my youth. Woo! Love that. It's a fun song.
Number 9, DuckTales. I don't think I've watched a single episode of this. I've watched parts of one because Sean used to watch it all the time. Sure, it's kind of catchy, I guess. Are we sure it's not the same people that sung the Full House theme song? I'm not sure, but maybe not. But, yay! Number 9.
Call my lawyer. Call the cops. Call a superhero. DuckTales number 9? DuckTales just been robbed. DuckTales need to be number 1, number 2. DuckTales number 9 is the best out of the Disney cartoon TV shows, theme songs. And that's like fucking crazy, ridiculous bar to hit right there. Because you got the Tailspin, you got Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck. I mean, all those classics, all those deserve to be on the top 10. But only one made it, that was DuckTales. And only at number 9. So that tells you how great the other 8 must be to beat out DuckTales. Yeah.
For this pick, no words are needed. Good luck finding someone who doesn't know every lyric to the original Pokemon theme song. Johto theme song was also awesome and catchy, but it's nowhere close to the original.
Now, we can't have Pokemon without having so many flashbacks to my childhood. Some of them good, some of them not. But the show, legendary. The song, exciting, motivational. I think if I exercise, that's a song I would listen to. But I'm not going to exercise. So for now, I'm just going to sit on my couch and hear that song when I watch the show.
What's one TV show theme song that you could sing at a Walmart or, you know, let's say at a library? You go anywhere, you just say, I want to be the very best. I guarantee you, no matter where you go, you say that, somebody's going to finish the rest of that theme song for you. It's banging, badass. Pokemon is awesome, man. And I didn't watch all the way through. I mean, it's like fucking Simpsons level anime. The Indigo region, fucking awesome, man. And even the Johto theme song is great. Maybe not enough to get top 20, but Pokemon, fuck yeah.
Okay, Pokemon's theme song. It is a good theme song. I mean, like I said, it brings back childhood memories. A lot of them actually. I mean, when I was a little kid, I mean, it's good. It's a good theme song.
I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach you, dude, to understand the power that's inside. Geodude, gotta catch 'em all.
The Geodude song. You gotta love it. Definitely deserved to be in the top 10. And I'm surprised I actually didn't pick it. But I'm glad it made it where it made it, so that's all there is to it.
Yeah, number 8. I was catching Pokemon. Pokemon Go. Or Pokemon, the series, I guess. It was the Pokemon theme song. I think it's the first one. Is that correct? Yeah. It's catchy. Even though I didn't watch the show that much, but although Sean watched it a lot. It's catchy. I love the Pokemon, so yeah. I had no problem with that one whatsoever. It might even been in my top 20. Good deal. Catch 'em all.
Are you smiling? Because we have an incredibly difficult time not smiling during our number 7 pick, Sanford and Son. A few classic TV shows made the list, but this is definitely the funkiest.
Number 7. Had a little funk on it. Sanford and Son. Love that show. Love the theme song. It was in my top probably 10. Might have been top 20, but good show. Good theme song. It's catchy as shit. I liked it. What else can you say about it? R.I.P. Red.
Sanford and Son. I like this song because it's got music, but it's non-traditional, you know, and it's upbeat, but still fun. And it's a classic TV show. So it's pretty good.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Sanford and Son. However you said it. Yeah. I know which one.
I've been filming you for a while. Go ahead.
Oh. Well, that's great. Well, Sanford and Son. So, that was a good show. A good show, and the theme song is pretty good. I like it. There's no negativity.
Good old Sanford and Son. Honestly, I thought this was gonna make number 1 on the list. If I'm not mistaken, it made it up the top 3 of my list. It was probably number 1 or number 3 or number 2. I don't know. Good song though. Great song. Great intro. Great show. I don't want to watch Sanford and Son.
Bow, 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 now. Bow, bow, down, now, 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 bow, wow, wow, wow. Love Sanford and Son. Love it. Funky. Like a monkey. And you know what's funny? Every time I listen to the Sanford and Son theme song, I always think, feels like someone's up to some shenanigans. Maybe not.
Spoiler warnings.
It's time for final review of the night. The 1997 film, Funny Games.
Was gibt's denn noch?
Da ist jemand.
Wo?
An der Tür.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Alright, Dwayne, so I've actually saw the 2007 remake of Funny Games years ago when it came out. And then when I was making this list of the tournament, I saw, oh, they made that was a remake I saw. I didn't know that there was an original. So I was like, gotta add that to the list. Are you glad I added it?
Yes.
Alright, yes. So this movie starts off with a family, a mother, a father, and a son, and they're going, it's a German family, they're going to their lake house. And when they go in the house, you know, their dog's excited to see them. How the fuck is that dog alive, though? Like, that's their lake house. They haven't been there God knows how long, and the dog's just sitting there alive somehow. I don't know. Maybe the neighbors feed it. They were all overly friendly with it. They knew every neighbor around them.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of burden to put on a neighbor. Anyway, I overthink every movie. But, you know, the little family's running around just kind of getting used to the, enjoy the lake. And at one point, the mom is in the kitchen and some guy comes over. And now she saw this guy on her way in with the neighbors. And he goes, hey, the neighbor lady wanted to borrow some eggs. And, this shit goes wrong really quick. And they did a brilliant, like, making the whole situation of him borrowing the eggs as stressful as possible. Of him, clumsily breaking things. And, he was just becoming a nuisance. And I was like, I was getting really stressed watching this. It's like, damn. And then his buddy shows up, and you think these guys, they act all polite, so you think, this is just two odd, polite guys, but you soon start to realize these guys are up to no good. And before you know it, they break the dad's leg with a golf club. I mean, he kind of went out like a bitch.
Yeah.
He just wham, one hit with a golf club. I didn't think golf clubs were that strong. They're not?
I don't know. I've never run golf, really.
I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of horror movies. People have golf clubs. Maybe they are a lot stronger than I thought they were. I don't know. But, like, I thought it'd take a lot more than one hit with the leg of the golf club. But he went out, and he was out basically the rest of the movie crying like a bitch. And they took these guys hostage, and it movie got a little tense. A very intense movie. Great writing. And definitely the acting was amazing too, Dwayne.
Yes.
Now these guys, they were dressed in like preppy tennis outfits, but like they don't look very harmful. But like these guys were psychotic sociopaths. They're pissing me off. I want to jump to the TV and beat their ass. And I don't know, but I mean, this movie is very, very dark. But like some of the imagery that I think was very beautiful. There's a scene where, spoiler alerts, there's a scene where they kill the son, shoot him in front of the parents, and the scene, like, the camera doesn't really move, and it just captures, two grieving parents, and, I don't know, wow, that was my favorite scene in the whole movie. I was like, oh man, this is just great, the way they just captured it. Oh man, this movie is very brutal. I mean, you gotta know that coming in. If you're not prepared for it, it could overtake you. Dwayne, this for most of this movie, I was like, this movie's great, this movie's fantastic. And then something happened, and it dropped for me. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. There's a scene where I think it's just the mom is left alive, and she manages to get their gun and shoots one of the preppy guys, kills him, blood splatters everywhere. The other preppy guy's like, no, what the fuck? He's flipping out. And he gets a TV remote and fucking rewinds the whole movie to where he can stop her to get from the gun. I think me and you have different opinions on it. For me, I did not like it. And, he did kind of break the fourth wall a little bit in the movie. I don't think he said anything to the camera, but he was definitely nodding and winking to the camera at times. But when he fucking rewind the movie to stop that from happening, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Dwayne, you thought the opposite.
Yeah. And that scene in particular, like you were saying, this movie's really good. It's very off-putting. It's suspenseful. you're thinking like this is gonna be okay, maybe kind of movie. Maybe somebody else is the bad guys, but it's these two young preppy looking guys. And it reminds me sometimes of a movie like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, where you're watching it and you're like, is this really what's happening? And I don't mean to be like mean, but it's like you don't want to watch it with other people in the room, because you don't want other people in the room to see you like, you know, watching a movie like this, because they shoot a kid, right? And that's kind of taboo a bit.
Now, did in Henry, the Portrait of a Serial Killer, was he wearing man short shorts?
I don't believe so.
Okay, just wondering. They did this movie. They were wearing short shorts.
Yeah, in Henry they do some really vicious stuff, and that's what happened here. Like that scene you're talking about with the eggs, and the guy, like they said, he fumbles them. You're like, okay, the guy's a klutz. He was like a little heavier guy, so maybe he was like little fumbles and stuff like that. But then they break him again, and then she's like, all right, I'm giving you all the eggs I got, and then the other preppy kid just starts like being mean to her about it. Like, well, no, I want more eggs. And she's like, well, that's all I have. But no, you need to give me more. She's like, I need some for our family. He's like, no, give me your eggs. And then you start seeing how mean these kids are. But when you get to that scene with the remote control, that's like I said, was really different. The one guy, like, he looks at the camera a bunch, like he'll say something and they'll walk away and he'll look right at the camera and like sneer a little bit or smile a little bit and stuff. But that scene with remote control, you don't see stuff like that in movies. So I actually liked it when he did that, because like you said, he rewinds it to save his partner. But I liked it. There's some scenes in the movie that just kind of drags on a little bit, like when she escapes and she's trying to run away, and it's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes of her like trying to hide and stuff like that. You're like, okay, how much longer is it gonna be? But then the ending is just great. I loved it.
I didn't like the ending.
I liked it.
So, you know...
What part of it did you not like?
Okay, so she kills the dude. He rewinds because he has the goddamn remote from the movie Click. And he rewinds it, saves his buddy. They take her on a boat, and they hinted early, the very beginning of the movie, they hinted at him dropping a knife down. The dad accidentally knocked a knife down. I was like, okay, this is what's going to save her. And then they didn't see that. Just like, I guess, they slit her throat or just pushed her in the water?
Just pushed her over.
And let her drown.
It was great. They was like, I do. And just pushed her over into the water.
And then they go to the next neighbor's house.
And start the whole thing over again.
Yeah. And this time I guess they didn't reverse, because the one guy who didn't get the eggs last time was getting the eggs this time.
Yeah. So it makes you think they're doing it like on all the neighbors. Like they just keep doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah. They gotta be exhausted. They haven't slept.
I don't know. Take turns.
I don't know. Alright, Wayne, you got any more thoughts on this movie?
No, just like I said, it's really well done, really well acted. It drags a little bit in the middle, but I think it was a really well done movie. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Well, that's your highest score yet.
Highest score yet. Like I said, that one scene, it would have been a 7, but that scene with the remote, it was just out of nowhere, and I thought, this works. I liked it. I went with it, and I'll give it an 8.
Alright, well, this is the first movie, this whole episode, that we haven't matched our scores on. But before I give my score, I'm going to give my pros and cons to Funny Games. My pros: great acting, great writing, great directing, edge of your seat material. Cons: fourth wall breaking, godlike remote control powers. I'm giving Funny Games 7 man short shorts out of 10. It's Tazia, Tazia, Tazia. It's Tazia.
That's me.
The Tazia Review Show, starring Sean Dills.
This is my review of Funny Games. I actually really enjoyed this movie. It's probably my favorite out of the 4 that we watched. It was very intense, and I definitely kept my eyes locked on the screen the whole time. So I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10.
Alright, so that is a wrap on Germany. What is Germany's total score in the tournament?
So you gave it 7, 7, and 1?
7, 7, 1, 1, 7-8-7.
So 7, 7, 1 is 15. 7, 8, and 1 is 16. So it would be 31.
31. So technically, Germany has the gold medal spot right now, number 1. But we're going to find out after the credits later on who's going to be the second country to get the whack at the ball here. It's time for the finale of the top 20 TV theme songs. Really excited to see for you to see what got number 1. It's time through 5 through 1. What won?
The only Nickelodeon theme to make the list, we think it's definitely the best. Sorry, SpongeBob, but we've only got room for one Nickelodeon show.
I never thought that it would make it this high on the list, if I'm being honest. But it's only one of the whitest songs I've ever heard. Nah, it's a pretty good theme song. It does get catchy and it gets better once the chorus kicks in, but I just don't see it being higher than the last 2 songs that were mentioned. Or Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Definitely took the spot.
I like this song because it's interesting in that it kind of sounds just like a pop song. If I heard this, I wouldn't be able to say instantly, oh, I think that's a TV show theme song. So I like it. It's got the harmonizing and the lyrics that are easy to sing. I think it's a good song.
Number 5, the theme song to Drake and Josh. I've never heard this. I've heard of this show, but never watched it. Not in my top 20. It sounded like an alternative band from... Was this show from the 90s?
2000s. Early 2000s.
Early 2000s, okay, because there was like grunge alternative like music of the late 90s into the early 2000s. What it sounds like. A lot. Like almost any band you would hear back then, so... Alright. Good enough.
Okay, so the Drake and Josh theme song, it's a good theme song. I mean, I really liked them when they had their show. Even though when they even growed up and split their ways, it was all good. I mean, I can tell you everything, not everything, but close to a lot of stuff about them.
I am 26 years old, and I'm not ashamed to admit. About a couple months ago, I just listened to this song on a 2-hour loop. Was I going through a midlife crisis? Was I having a heat stroke? We don't know. But I know I kind of enjoyed those 2 hours because I had this heavenly music playing in my ear. It's played by Drake Bell, the guy who does Drake and Josh. And damn, I actually like this dude's music. I mean, but this one, by far the best. And I know only one Nickelodeon show had to make it. It was Drake and Josh. No one stood a chance against it. Man, Drake and Josh is gonna last forever. Ain't nothing gonna tarnish Drake and Josh's reputation.
Sorry, Sean. The song has been a little tainted.
The Andy Griffith Show, starring Andy Griffith, with Ronnie Howard. Also starring Don Knotts.
Down to the final 4, and coming in at number 4 is probably the most famous song on this list. The Andy Griffith Show. No words needed, just whistling. And that's all we need. Everyone can just hear a small snippet of this song and know that it's time to go down to Mayberry to spend some time with our favorite sheriff and deputy, Andy and Barney.
I love the Andy Griffith Show. I love the theme song. I would like it a lot more if I could whistle worth a fuck well, there's a child right there. Oops. But I can't. I can't really whistle. But I can't be hating either on a great theme song. Andy Griffith? Fuck yeah. Everybody loves Andy Griffith. White people, black people, don't matter.
Now this is a classic theme song, and I think the whistling really takes it to the next level, just because it's so memorable, and it's something that people feel comfortable whistling in public. So if you're around old people, you will hear that song. And there's worse songs to hear.
So Andy Griffith, it's a good theme song. I mean, I really like it. I mean, it was a good show and it's a good theme song. So I give props.
Okay, what can you say about number 4? There's no words to learn, but it's just the whistling of the Andy Griffith Show, and I could whistle it. So, you know, and I love the show. It was a cute little show. It was funny. Had some very memorable characters. Andy, Barney, Goober, Gomer before he got his own spin-off. Yeah, it's a great show, so I agree with it. It was in my top 20.
It's got a snapping section. I already told you. That's how you get them. So it's the best part. I will say this, though. That's like the start of television right there. Like, not necessarily the start of television, but for me, I remember, like, TV Land, and my grandmother would always watch the Andy Griffith Show. And I would just be like, oh wow, this show's old, because it starts out with The Andy Griffith Show, starring Andy Griffith. I'm like, okay, this show's old. But good things. Great things. Very catchy. Makes me want to go fishing.
At number 3 is another whistling theme. We didn't plan it that way, it's just how the votes came out. Next on the list is Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Yes, the Ed boys have done it again, but getting on the list is not one of their scams. It's a well-deserved inclusion to the top 20.
So Ed and Eddy, that's a really good theme song. It was a good cartoon. Wish they didn't discontinue it. I mean, really good. I mean, all the way through.
Absolutely deserves its spot. It's got the whistling, it's got all the best trumpets, and not to mention the
Another whistling theme song, not with good memories, but you know, the Ed, Edd and Eddy Show. Sean used to love this show. I saw some episodes of it. It's silly, but and it's annoying. The show and the theme song, but Sean liked it, so I don't know what else to say about that.
Now this one I like because it's got the big band and the fun whistling. So it's pretty catchy. Not a song I would listen to on my own, but for the show I think it fits very well.
One Cartoon Network show made this list, and I am proud to say it's Ed, Edd and Eddy, number 3. It topped out, it beat out the other whistling song on this list. Can't hate on it. You may say, oh, how did Ed, Edd and Eddy beat Andy Griffith's show? Well, let me tell you this. Did Andy Griffith ever eat a fucking mattress? Nope. Did Ed? Yep. So, Ed, Edd and Eddy lives on.
Well, before we go over number 2, it's time to give it a reward.
And we're back. Now, as you know, we've been through plenty of awards today, and I'm sure you saw them all, and your favorites probably won some, the others probably lost a lot. Doesn't matter. Point is, today we're here with our special guest, Brian. And Brian, you actually won an award this year, and I just wanted to, let me fish that out real quick. Yeah, oh, here it is. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, that's the Hating Ass Nigga Award. That's for you.
Why?
Yeah, it's not an honorary award. It's a special award. It was made just for you. And do you have anything you'd like to say? Any a speech maybe you've prepared?
Well, I didn't know I was gonna receive this because you would call it an honor ago, I guess. But yeah, I'd like to say a little something. Fuck the Power Rangers.
Seacrest out.
Just 2 more to go. Which 2 shows got the top 2 spots? Number 2 is Batman, the animated series. Name 1 complaint about this show. Yes, we're waiting. Its intro was written by the legendary composer Danny Elfman. Yes, the guy who wrote the music for Nightmare Before Christmas and Beetlejuice also did this theme, originally for the 1989 Batman movie.
Batman the Animated Series theme song is awesome. I mean, I'm not saying it's like so good it gets my nipples hard or anything, but it's pretty fucking good, alright? I could wake up to this every morning and be happy. It is so awesome, and you know adventure's coming.
So Batman's theme song, it's good. I like Batman, and there's no hard feelings about him or his character. He's a good character.
Now hearing this Batman theme is exciting to me because the Batman movie that came out in the late 80s, that was one of my favorite movies. I've always loved Tim Burton, and this song is great, like most of his work. And I really like how the accents and the music kind of sync along with the action in the theme video. So I like this one a lot. I get like sort of tingles when I hear it, so I love it. Way to go, Batman.
I mean, it's literally all trumpets. It's just the bee's knees. I don't know if I would have put it this high, because I didn't. I definitely didn't. If you looked at my list, it was like, nah, I don't like that at all. But I do love the Batman theme song. It's absolute, just brings you back to your childhood. I think it's more nostalgic though than anything, because when I gotta compare it to other Batman intros, I still like a lot of other Batman intros more than that one. There's one in particular that I'm thinking of that I could see it being miles above that song. Perhaps you've heard of it.
What can I say about Batman, the animated series? Number 2. Should have been number 1, in my opinion. But hey, whatever. I remember back in, I think it was 92 or 3, going to see Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And that one came out right before they made the animated series. Had the same theme song for that movie, the opening credits. And wonderful. Fell in love with that style of animation. Still my favorite animated series. It's great. Should have been number 1, as I said.
And our number 1 pick, Batman Beyond. No, we didn't plan to put 2 Batman shows on our top 2 spots. It's just how the votes laid out. But Batman Beyond is here at our number 1 spot. What words could explain its epicness? None. Just listen.
They said, Sean, what gave you the idea to do a top 20 theme songs list? Well, you know what? It was me listening to Batman Beyond. I said, oh man, that song's awesome. I wonder if we put all the theme songs together, what would win number 1? So I had everybody vote. And I guess nothing could beat Batman Beyond because it is number 1 theme song. I'm not saying it's the best TV show on this list. No, it's not. But when it comes to theme songs, nothing can beat Batman Beyond. DuckTales? No. Ed, Edd and Eddy? No. Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers, nothing can beat Batman Beyond. Batman the Anime Series came close. But Batman Beyond, get the fuck out of my way, Batman the Anime Series. I'm Batman Beyond. Ain't nothing. Batman Beyond, #1.
So, Batman Beyond, that theme song, it's a pretty good theme song, but I didn't really watch much of Batman, so I couldn't tell you much about that theme song.
Now, Batman Beyond, that is a classic. I used to work at Blockbuster, and that was one that people rented all the time, not just kids. I do like this theme song because it's kind of fun, and it almost sounds like something you'd hear at a cool club 30 years ago. But I like it a lot, and I can see why it's #1.
Batman Beyond, #1. I don't agree it should be #1, it should be #2. But I love this show, no doubt. And it was catchy as shit, that tune was. I think it should have been #2. But I love the show because it was a continuation of Batman the Animated Series. Just, hey, this is 20 years in the future, I believe. 30. Maybe 20 or 30. When Batman's too old to fight crime anymore, and he had to end up picking a gun up to save himself, and he realized, no more, never again. But yeah, probably my second favorite anime show ever. Animated, not anime.
Did you guys get what I was alluding to? It's Batman Beyond. I can see why this one got #1. It's Batman freaking Beyond. I mean, it's beyond Batman. It's literally like, you know, past it. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's in the title. It's like, hey, we got Batman, and then we got all this cool shit. So, Beyond. Also, those badass guitar riffs and just the in the middle. Oh, I love it. Doesn't get any better than that. New metal intro. Ooh.
Okay, thank you so much for watching Cool Kids with Asthma's Top 20 TV theme songs. Again, the countdown was picked by votes, and if you don't like our list, you can lick our balls.
This has been a lot of fun going over these top 20 TV theme songs. I don't think I've seen most of these shows, but it's really interesting to hear the songs and learn about the background of the shows. And I liked it a lot. I had a good time with this. Anyway, my name is Amanda Cruel. I'm glad I got to be here today. If you're interested in finding me elsewhere, I host comedy in Knoxville, and you can visit my website, squeeds.com, or find me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter at Squeeds, and it's spelled S-K-Weeds. And it's not related to marijuana. I made it up when I was 13, and I thought it sounded cool. So, thanks so much.
And that is the conclusion of the first ever Top 20 for Cool Kids with Asthma. And we'll be right back with another awesome Top 20 countdown. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Zach!
So, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate the time that Sean's given me. And shout out to everybody. And I'll see y'all later.
You dumbass. Poor Zach. You know we love you.
Living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. You dig giant robots. I dig giant robots. We dig giant robots. Chicks dig giant robots. Nice.
So think of the list, buddy.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, good. I enjoyed it too. This was a lot of fun. One of the most funnest videos I've ever had making. I had a blast with that. So I hope you guys liked it. If you want to see other stuff like that, that's on my Cool Kids with Asthma Cool Kids with Asthma YouTube page. So go ahead and, if you haven't subscribed to that, move on over. We got all kinds of cool little videos over there. And yeah, thank you. It's time for the final segment of the night. It is time for Kill of the Night.
The streets alive. I'm gonna lure you into the dark. My cold desire to hear the boom, boom, boom of your heart. The danger is I'm dangerous, and I might just tear you apart. Oh, oh, oh. I'm gonna catch ya, I'm gonna get ya. Oh, oh, oh. I wanna taste the way that you bleed. Oh, you're my kill of the night.
Alright, Dwayne, let's discuss and let's talk about who we think Kill of the Night should go to. I have two contenders. Are you ready?
Sure.
Contender number one, Oopsie Doopsie, Nosferatu, or Shotgun Blast the Kid in Funny Games.
Okay. I am going to go with the mother in Funny Games.
Really? The poof.
Because it's so simple. It's not a big blood curly one. It's not nothing. They're just riding a boat and think maybe they're taking her away or taking her someplace, or cause they talked about how good she looked. They thought maybe they're gonna take her someplace and rape her or something, but they're just driving along and they go, oh, they say her name, I do, and they just push her into the water. It's like, wow, really?
I thought it was anticlimactic.
It is, but it's kind of just like out of the blue, just let her drown. Just like pushed her over and walked, drive away like nothing happened. Like it was just a regular old day, driving a boat.
Okay, well, Tasia, out of those three choices, what do you think got killed tonight?
I'd have to go with the Funny Games, the boat scene.
The boat?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that got killed tonight, the push in the water. Okay. I hated the death.
My opinion.
Yeah, well, I guess that got Kill of the Night. Well, Dwayne, Christmas time is almost over. How was your holiday here at the Monster Dome? Well, hopefully this will change your mind. Merry Christmas!
Thank you, guys.
And they say on this day that Dwayne's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
You're still a bitch, though.
Oh, well. Merry Christmas! Open up your gift.
Thank you all.
I reused some wrapping paper from your birthday because that cost $11.
What's wrong? I like the Christmas wrapping. There's a box in there now. Use that again.
Yeah, look at that.
Alright, uh-oh. Look at that. Oh, no, that's pretty cool. Here we go. Look at that. Got a Terrifier Art the Clown figure. Look at that.
I love the fucking box work on this. Yeah. It's shaped like his damn head. How
Yeah,
cool
you see
is
that? That's pretty cool. He's got his hat on and everything. Well, that was awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Well, that is a wrap on our Christmas 2023 edition of the Monster Dome. I'd love for it if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Monster Dome. Also, I have a sister channel, Cool Kids with Asthma. Subscribe to that. Also, we have a Facebook that nobody fucking follows. It's Monster Dome on Facebook. Instagram, which I post all the time to. Monster Dome, I think. I'll put all these up there on the screen so you can see. Also, we have a Cash App if you'd like to send us a tip. That'd be awesome. We put a lot of hard work into this show. A little thank you would go a long way. If you really love the show, we have a Patreon. I'll put up the screenshot here for our Patreon. Please follow us. We have exclusive reviews on there. We have one of The Warriors up right now, and we got one coming soon of Kung Fu Hustle. So stay tuned for that. And all of our other episodes on YouTube are on our Patreon as well, and we'll be dropping more exclusives later. So appreciate it. Also stay tuned to after the credits because we will have a sneak peek of our next country we'll visit on the next episode of The Monster Dome.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells time and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle in the jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle in the jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock.
Alright, Dwayne, how'd you feel about Germany?
Except for Decoder, I thought it was 2 out of 3 of them were really good entries.
Yeah, they got a 31 spot on the tournament list, and now we're going to find out the next contender. So, next up, we're heading to... Oh, wee, be my guest. Oh, that wasn't offensive. We're going to France, guys. They have some great horror films. Fun fact, first ever horror movie made in France, and we're going to watch it next week. That's not even part of the tournament. That's just a bonus.
Okay.
So, here are the 3 contenders for the next episode. The first one, I don't even have the DVD of it. I could really only find it on Netflix. So, I know you're Amish or something, and you can't really get Netflix, so you're more than welcome to come here and watch it, or go to a buddy's house and watch it. And the movie is called 2018's Girls with Balls. It's about a bunch of girls at a gym, and someone's trying to kill them, I believe. This one looked like a comedic movie. I was like, you know what? Always trying to have a random film in the tournament of the lineup. This is the random film of France. Now, one of the highest rated, French films I saw. A lot of people were giving this a lot of attention. I've actually seen this film. I want y'all to take in mind, you haven't seen this movie yet, but when you watch it, just realize I saw this movie as a kid. Alright, first up, I think this movie came out in 2003. It's called High Tension.
Okay. I've heard of it.
Holy shit! Just wait till you see this movie. This movie's fucked up. I saw it as a kid. Remember that when you watch it. I remember watching it and I was like, okay, I guess we can do this. It's been years since I've seen it, and I think we're gonna add this to the tournament.
Okay.
Now the next one is the classic of the French movies. This movie inspired the mask of Michael Myers. Yeah, this movie came out in 1959, 1960. It's called Eyes Without a Face.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
I've heard of that one too. I've not seen it. I've heard more from High Tension than I have Eyes Without a Face.
Yes, this is the movie John Carpenter said that was the inspiration. The plain expression of her mask is the inspiration for the plain, expressionless face of the Michael Myers mask. So I was like, dude, we gotta pay homage. We gotta show this movie. This is a classic of the French film. So we have High Tension, Eyes Without a Face, and Girls with Balls. Tune in next episode where we do French horror films.